Hello and welcome to Wikipedia Weekly Network. Here we're Albin Larsson and I, Jan Ainali, are editing Wikidata Live. How are you doing, Albin?
I'm doing good. How are you, Jan? And have you had any wind?
I'm doing good. I haven't had so much wind. I think it passed north of us.
North of you. Okay, I see.
Yeah. But you got some in Sweden now? The storm
Yes,
Dave?
we did. Um, I think the road here was supposed to open like an hour ago when they cleared the last tree. But yeah, I do kind of
Well,
enjoy it. It's rather cozy.
we were talking about it on a Wikidata meetup we have on Sundays. And we tried to see if it was already on Wikidata, but we couldn't find it yet. So
Are a lot of the storms? I guess you checked some of the old ones?
some of them, not all. I guess it depends on how much media coverage and I guess basically also how much havoc they wreak. But there are some, like the
Interesting.
storm Johannes in Sweden. Well, that's one. I think that's when it even has a Wikipedia article.
Right. That's a
Yeah.
project for someone.
Yes. So what are you up to today?
I'm gonna pick up where I left off in a way last week. I was just clicking the random item button, and today I wanna get a little bit more specific. I do not want any random items. I want randomized items that is actually actionable for me. Like last time we got astronomical objects, lots of scientific articles, but I want glaciers. I give me random glaciers, or even maybe even more subsets from that. Give me all small glaciers or something like that. So I'm gonna write a query for that.
All right.
And you on?
I'm gonna do not similar. I'm not gonna go random, but I have pre-written a query where which is going to be the base of my regular editings. The query is a little bit tricky. I will explain it a little bit what we're seeing, but I'm not going to go into actual editing it or creating it right now because we're still sort of back to basics. So we're going to do some manual editing. So I think that will be the focus. But I will also share the query later, so people can share, see it. So maybe I'll start by sharing my screen here. And here we see the query. I'm just quickly gonna explain it. And I think we'll see. I'm looking for items that have a point in time, so some sort of time. And then I'm looking, well, whatever date they have, but it should be qualified with expected. I think this is nature of statement expected. So this we use in Wikidata to see, oh, this is a future event. We expect it to be this date, but of course we cannot verify it yet. But what I'm doing later is I'm comparing this date to now and take all the dates that are already passed. So we have added these to Wikidata, say this will probably happen in the future, and then that date has passed, but no one updated the expected thing. So we all these items, we probably have at least one edit we can make. And then for getting a little bit of context, I get a country if there is one. And to actually be able to check something, I want only the ones that has a Wikipedia article. So here we have the list.
What a lovely maintenance query.
Yes. So right now, I think we have, well, it's 939 results, but as you see here already, since I asked for all the Wikipedia
Right.
articles, it's much fewer items. But I wanted to take them all because, well, otherwise we might not find did this really happen or not, or what
Did
is
you
going
have
on here.
like a particular use case when you created this query?
I think I came up with this for me editing the Wikimania item from last year, where I had added the expected date before it happened, and then no one removed
Right.
it, and I did it. And then I realized, there might be more of these in Wikidata, and there were a few. But it looks like most of them are elections. So we're going to have a look on Wikipedia. Oh, maybe the ones that also have articles. So if I remove this, we might get some that are not elections as well. But I think I want them so that we can actually go check somewhere. We'll try we'll try the one that only had a link to Japanese Wikipedia. Oh, okay. This is one of the uncontested ones. So this usually there were only one candidate. Sometimes these are cancelled. So let's see what if we can figure out if we might want to skip this, but we'll see if we can get this translated. The translation didn't even work, so that's not great. Or is it just slow? Oh, here it comes. Very slowly. The no vote election. I'm not sure exactly how this should be done. I'm going to skip this one. These are the special cases. Someone who knows these better. But I think this one actually did happen. So we'll check I think it had an English Wikipedia article. So here we can see, even with the source, that it did happen in June 29, 2020. And what was the date here? It was expected to be June. Okay, so let's check this source as well. This one is from before. So maybe if we can check, are there any kind of results with the date, because this source is from before. So this one cannot confirm that it did happen the 29th. But there might be other ones.
Nothing in the info box?
No sources in the info
Okay,
box. Yeah. Maybe this one. Here we got something. This one is dated July. Let's see if it has. Maybe if I just do a search for June. Advanced polls, but that's, yeah. Here I think we see general day, elections day was June 29. All right, so we can use this as a source. So we'll go to point in time here, do edit. We can remove this entire qualifier and instead add a reference. And we'll add the retrieve date when we did check this. And publish. And now let's see if there's something more. We can, this one, did it have the winners here? This is the general election. So this is this is a party, so it's not just one person. What did we have more here? We have instance of, country, jurisdiction follows, followed by, point in time, office contested. Maybe that's as good as it gets for this one. All right. Still one good edit. So we'll close these down and check next. Croatian parliamentary election. Do we have any languages that I can read? Yes, we do. So let's open these. Let's see the Wikidata item. Croatia, follows, followed by. Here we even have an imported from English Wikipedia expected. So let's see. were held July, and this is also. So someone is going in and changing the verb here from is expected, but the source still talks about the future, of course, because it was published before. That's a little bit results. Let's jump down to results.
A lot of this one seems to be like pandemic related.
Could be that it wasn't sure when they were supposed to be held. I think
Now,
the Angulan said that it could be postponed to September, but they didn't need to. What sources do we have? We even link here to. Translate Yahoo in stepping down after defeat. So this one is afterwards. Let's see. July 5, 2020. Perfect. So we can use this as a source. We'll edit here. We'll remove this one. We'll remove this source and add a new reference. And add retrieve data to it. Oh, and I'm not looking at it. Yes, very good. And I guess it's more official website. Perhaps we can add the language here, because I'm guessing this is Croatian, yeah. Because I think this say official website should have language of work. There we go. And we get to remove that little flag. All right. I thought it would be easier to find other things, but let's continue with this. Sri Lankan Parliamentarian Edition. I'll start with English because that's the easiest for me. Were held 5th August. And here we have many sources. March, and this is from August. All right. Live update. But here it says July 29. Are expected to. Did I click on the wrong? Very weird. Let's check this one. This one also July 29. We want a source from after the winning. This should be better. There we go. With a landslide even. All right. Elections this week. It's not. It's not a great source because it was a little bit. Let's check this one. This one is so many. Oh no, I accepted them. Friday, August 7.
you have a good game there, Ochoa. It's like you lost if you accept any cookies.
Yes. Declared Friday. But that's not saying that it was on Wednesday. Friday's result. Here we go. Casting his ballot in August 20. All right, very good. And where did I put that? There we have this item. Ooh, here we have a deprecated. So this has might been that it was talk about postponing it for a while. But here we can actually we'll remove this one, add the source for this, and retrieved.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a challenge. I imagine you still want to track that fact, but how on earth
Yeah.
would you do it in a nice way?
I'm not sure that expected is the best
I
qualifier
mean,
even.
at some
There's
point it was, and now it's deprecated, so I think it's fine.
yes, that's true.
Um, but today, when we know that that was not the case, we should
Yeah.
probably provide more information.
Yes. That's a good one because we do have another. I think there was like originally I was thinking, or maybe proposal.
Or hypothesis,
Maybe
if it was
yeah,
hypothetically, maybe.
perhaps to be announced. I would like someone like planned as or planned to.
Oh, that's a good one.
But yeah, but I don't think that that one is not in the list. I was checking this one before.
Suggestion?
Suggestion could be cancelled. Uh, the,
Hmm.
the, that date was cancelled, but not the. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as you said, it's at one point in time it was expected to be that. So maybe we should add more rather than removing this.
Yeah.
Reason for deprecation?
If you end up not like editing it, I would leave it.
Yes.
Um,
Did we have postponed? No. Do we have that as
um,
a thing, as an item? Postponed. There. And do what's the opposite on that in? There's no opposite. As immediate cause. No opposite here either. Huh.
try to search for the Swedish word.
What's the what's
Tidigarelagt.
ah.
I couldn't figure it out in English.
We have a lot of parliamentary motions about it.
Yeah.
Tidigare lagd. Lagt. Nah.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
That's interesting.
Yes.
It's clearly a less used word.
It is. All right. Well, I maybe just add qualifier reason for deprecated rank. I was gonna check what are if they have also a list of things.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Relocation, kind of, or rescheduling.
That's a good one. Oh,
That's a good one.
Or in this case, it's the fact that they didn't reschedule.
No, I think if they first planned to have it in December, and then that's the question. In which order was this?
Exactly.
Do we have a history here? Development. Was first supposed to be 25th of April.
Oh, this is confusing.
Where did December come up? There was a permalink in here, right? let's check that one. Stop here and check what this said.
Can you search for the day? No, it's not a very long article.
Are scheduled to be held.
Before.
All right, so this is a lot earlier. This was in 2019. This was before the pandemic. So it was rescheduled then.
Yeah, but it is only saying before the date?
Ah, that's the latest date, probably
Yeah,
by law when they have to have
exactly.
it. Ah, yes, that's a very common thing.
Given this, I would actually delete the statement.
Yeah, let's check the reason for deprecation, see if there's some other with, no, that's something else.
Obsolete.
I mean, this could be so like a common thing.
But we also had
No.
an actual proposed date
Yes.
in the article.
Yes.
So what I would do is I would add that and remove the old one.
Maybe even so, yes. So if we go back to here, it said 25th of April and then rescheduled. So
Yeah.
we'll remove this because it wasn't expected to be. I guess it's quite unlikely it's happened this last day.
Indeed.
So we'll remove this one. And then we'll add 2020 0425 and add the qualifier, nature of statement. And that expected what it was for a while.
Indeed.
And then we'll do this deprecated and reason for deprecation.
Rescheduling.
Yes.
Oh,
That could be something.
that could be something indeed.
And then for this, I'll take this. Let's see, how do I do this in a beautiful way? We'll take development here and then the permalink. And then I get the development in there, in the URL.
Right. I'm not a huge fan of deprecated rank carrying information this way, but I can't figure out an alternative.
No, deprecated is not. This should be normal. And
exactly,
we should
but
actually remove this, and this one should be the preferred one.
Oh, that's a better.
Yes. This is not a great source, but it is a source. And retrieved. And let's see. So we'll go with this. It was expected for that. That's the normal one. And then we'll go up here and make this one preferred. And maybe we should explain why we want preferred instead of deprecated. Because deprecated rank in Wikidata is supposed to be used for something that was never true. But this statement was true for one point in time. So we don't really want to use deprecated in that way. Did I explain it in the right way, do you think?
I think so.
And then we'll
I
go
think,
here.
I think there are some cases where the community use it differently.
Yes,
but
that
I think
also is
also
what we'll see on the help rank. And then there are some exceptions for some specific
but
properties.
I think the general consensus is what you just explained.
Yeah. Now I think this will be the actual.
Oh,
No, let's see. So we'll pick the right item. Because this is probably something people are making queries for.
is there a reason for normal rank?
I don't think there is a reason for normal rank. Most recent, most precise, referenced. Oh, it is referenced. Setting, most complete. Currently valid value. It's a historical value.
I'm
Should
not.
we?
I'm not convinced you need this.
Maybe not. No.
Um, because if we take a step back and look what we got,
We have the
nature of
expected here.
statement
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe sort of self-explanatory.
I would like to think so.
Yes. And at least now when you do a query using Truthy, you will get this one by default. And if you do the full query, you can easily filter this one out.
You got a warning there on the retrieve date on the second
Oh,
statement.
maybe they don't like the Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's sorry for them.
In general, use imported from.
In general, okay, so we should consider this a warning. It also says
Yes.
potential issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just happens to be very good.
Yes. In this specific case. All right. So let's see. That was the Sri Lankan. What else did we have here? Let me just scroll in this. Let's see. If do we have anything else but elections? I think we had a lot of U.S. elections here. I'm going to scroll past that quickly. And then we had Samoa, Venezuelan. That one's probably possible to do something on. There's nothing else but elections? I guess elections are the ones that are easy to put expected because the dates are announced far ahead, usually. There's something else, perhaps. Let's just have a look, see what that is. Oh, a summit.
Interesting.
In 2024.
It looks like it happened.
First to second. So it shouldn't even have point in time, then it should have start date and end date. Likely. Oh, it's just March. Oh, that's kind of right. So let's just add start time 2024 0301 and end 2024 0302. And then I think we can remove the expected from this one. All right. And I'll just quickly do I'll remove the articles here. That's going to give us both fewer rows per each, but also probably a lot of different other kinds of things.
I'm super curious about the number here.
So 234, that's very doable. That's not too many. Specifically considering that, I guess if you solve one of these, you probably solve all of them. US Senate and state elections. But still mostly elections. Oh, here's something else. Wrestle Dynasty. That's probably like a wrestling match or something. Future Ruins.
Sounds
Not sure
like
what that
something
is.
similar.
Yeah. And
Oh,
next
that there you
summer,
have
that
an
can still
interesting one.
be all right.
There are a
Yeah.
couple of next ones.
Yes. And I think I saw one of these that were really uh, I don't know which one it was, but there was one that was supposed to be next and like it hadn't been in a very, very long time. So yeah. Anyway, here's the query that I used. So if you want to try it out and go do some maintenance, and now you also saw how you could remove the articles if you don't like it. That's very easily done. And let's see if we can get. I'll have to remove myself first, and then we'll add yours.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna rearrange my screens a little bit here, but then jump straight into it. So last week I did like just heading over to Wikidata, clicking the random item. There's like, see, where do we have the random item? There. And actually, this does not prove my point. I was hoping for a scientific article or an astronomical object, but I didn't get one. But in general, that's what we get. But I want something that I can actually work with. So I thought we would try to do something like that with the query service. And while we're still doing like the absolute basics, I think trying to get random items is quite nice introduction to some of the inner workings of the Wikidata query service or like query services in general. Um, so I want to do this by, let's start by selecting glaciers. Let's do something. Let's start with a limit in the beginning. We're not going to get all random ones. We're going to start with a basic just instance of. We're not going to do a property path and get a subclass. Glacier. And this should just give us a bunch of them. Here we go. Nice big ice field in this case. Okay, so let's pretend we know how to do this. So if we can get a random value into a column here, if we, let's say, can both get item and random, we could sort on random and they should appear in a random order, which means the limit should give us, hey, we want 100 ones, so we want them in a random order. That should be fine. The big question is here, how do we get random? And the really neat thing is that we can actually do something like bind and then call Sparkle's function rand, which gives us a random number, random, and this should be fine in theory. So let's run this and see what we get. We still get 100. I did get a different one. If I do rerun this, we actually need to add a comment here to make sure we don't hit the cache. Oh, we do get a different one in this case. That's very interesting. So what I wanted to show off is that if I actually print out this random number, at least earlier today, you see here, if we sort, we don't do the sort, that's it. Every random number is the same. So the sorting won't impact the order we're getting them in. So they will always be in the same, because when you sort on something and that doesn't do any sorting, it falls back to something else. But here the random value is just the same. Which means that we need to somehow get a random number that is not just random. And why in the first place is this the same? It's because like the Wikidata SparkL services and a lot of other services on the internet in general are super duper lazy. They try to do as little work as possible. It's the cheapest, it's the fastest. So they just say, hey, random. We calculate that once. Then they see random again and they feel like, hey, we just did this. We don't need to do this again. And then they give you the same value. Which of course for your use case is terrible, but for most use cases means that queries can be answered really, really fast. Um, so a different way to approach this, if we actually want a random number, is to use something called a hash. So there's a bunch of hashing functions in SparkQL. So we can do something like that. We want an MD5 hash, and that's just a algorithm. Then we want the string of the item, because the item is actually a long URI. We can just ignore that for a moment. So if I run this instead, and now I get a bad gateway. That's not good. Here we go. It was just temporarily. So of course this looks a lot more random if you look at it. It's we got an item here, and this is the MD5 representation of it. And if we order by here, random, what did I do? Is that it? Let's see. Do I need to make a smaller limit? No, here we go. So we can see there's an order. The problem here is that the MD5 representation of the item value will always be the same. So they will always be ordered in the same order. So if I rerun this with a different hash here, click run, then we still got the same item here. It looks very random to us, but it's not actually random at all. So here's a nice trick then. That's essentially to, okay, what if we also introduce something else here and merge these things together? So concat is merging two things into one big string. And then let's say string of now. And this is very neat. So if you paid attention, then you could see in John's query that he used now to like, hey, I want all things. Um, but here I'm just using that to get a value that will mean that the item value has something different that's different for each query. So if I run now I get one value. If I run now a little bit later, I get a different value. So if I combine those two and get an MD5 hash of both of them, I should get something that's random for every single query. Let's see if I did all of that right as well. So we did get a different one. So we got, let's see what we got. New defined label. Somewhere in the Alps. If I now do a little bit of comment here so that I don't get use the cached results, rerun it. Gonna take a while. We should have a different one here. Yes, we do get a different one here. Which is a very nice way to actually get randoms one. You still, when you actually use the query service, you still have to use this trick that you add a comment that you change every time, just so that the machines aren't really lazy. They just say, hey, you just asked this question. I'm gonna give you the same result once more. Um, so instead of trying to click that random item button every single time, I can now use this query to just get something that I know will output something that's useful for me. And I think Jan is gonna put it on your screen in just a moment
Yes.
before I jump into editing. And this, of course, also works if you just want one random item, you can just switch it to one, add your comment, rerun it, and so on. I do get a lot of bad gateway right now. Let's see. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be my first one. Then I'm gonna add 100 once more because I'm just as lazy as the machines. Uh, this is a glacier in Antarctica. That's really annoying because there is usually very little data about them. This, however, do have quite a few Wikipedia articles. I also noticed that the Swedish label is in English. I bet that's not an actual Swedish label. Do we have a Swedish article? We do, and it uses that label. But it's bot created. Is there any actual claim that this is a Swedish name for it? I guess this is all geonames. Oh, I should have clicked this link. I guess by now it has picked up a Swedish label somewhere from Wikipedia. No, it actually doesn't have a Swedish label. So this article's name is just coming from geonames. I do want to remove the Swedish label then. Jan, would you add it here to the default for all languages?
Good question. I don't know.
Ah, neither do I, but I know it's wrong in Swedish.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess it kind of depends how it was named.
Indeed. This is also interesting. Why do I see the Norwegian one slightly gray? Is it because it picks up it from the Orcher Norwegian language?
Could be
Like a
some sort of
fallback?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I never seen that before or never took notice. Um, does the Wikipedia article have anything interesting in English? The Swedish one was just generated by less data than we have in Wikidata. We do have a more specific type here. No, that just points to, or do we have an item for this, I wonder?
We should have
Yeah, we
if we
should
don't have it.
indeed have this. Type of
Oh
glacier.
yes. Very
That's
nice.
nice. I don't even use my own script here. Should. Let's make that more prominent. Um,
You could almost have kept the reference because you got it from the English Wikipedia.
but I didn't import it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Is it imported if I do it manually?
I'm not sure. Kind of?
No. Mm, I, hmm, I'm not convinced.
No. All right.
um, I found this very nice statement. It says here it's over 16 nautical miles or 110 kilometers. It is a little bit annoying because it says it's over, um, and not that it's actually that size. But I do have a reference here. It is. Let's see. Does this download it or does it give it to me? Oh, it brings me down here, and it guess it could be. It's a big one. Is it all glaciers? No, it's even more.
Got a whole book there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an attempt anyway. Um, 25 MI was no, that's a different one. No. It's mentioned. There we go. It's over 60. Ah, that's still. And this is quite old. It's probably not the case anymore. Or it might actually be if it's a valid glacier in Antarctica. Um. Okay, I'm not gonna give that a try. Is there anything else? It is. There is a range here, mountain range. I assume it's a range of mountains. This is very nice because there is property. Okay, it's already got it there. But this seems to be much less specific, if I'm not mistaken. It's a
Or
range of
is it?
mountains. And do I have the English Wikipedia article here? Is this? I think this is a larger area than. Yes, this is. This was a really nice.
All right.
Here's that mountain range, and a part of that mountain range is this one, which
Hmm.
is just okay. Can't see that. Just
Much
down
better.
here.
Yes.
Yes, a nice improvement. And here I am going to remove this because it's
Yeah.
also German Wikipedia, which I didn't use. Mm, okay, let's get back to the article. And already, like compared to 2 weeks ago when I used click random items, I don't think I made this many edits on a single item. Um, where it forms a floating tongue. There we see. Oh, but I might actually be done here. It does have a lot of parts here, which could be nice to map out.
I think you possibly could add named after pilots or something because
Oh,
it said it's named as a tribute to the hazardous work of pilots.
that's where did you see naming? There we go. Okay, yeah.
Yes, last sentence there.
So two having pilots and which are. Oh, that's the massive PDF once again. Let's. I can't remember the page. Oh, and that was. Oh, it says the page, of course. Let's give it a. Oh, the link won't help me anyway. Let's see. Big PDF. Oh, this might even be. This report might be in the public domain. Is there a chance we can put this on comments? Um, does it continue up here? Yes.
Almost word for word.
Um, named by the New Zealand Glacier Scientific. I'm guessing here. Um, no, but I think named after airmen or work of airmen,
Yeah, or pilots or
or in
aviators.
Antarctic. It's even more specific actually. It's it's Antarctic. Ex- hmm. What could we possibly have here in Wikidata? Um, I guess there could be a Wikipedia article about exploration. Is there something more? Ah, that's the exploration history of Antarctica. Early exploration, more exploration by air. I would like something here. Something I can click on which has a Wikipedia article. Um, what if I search for Antarctic exploration? No, in Wikidata, not Wikipedia. Is this a thing? Article, article, article. If I search anyway, can I?
Maybe
It's
not.
gonna be tricky to. It's incredibly specific. I think you could kind of manage it with qualifiers.
Yeah, Joanne says you could do named after pilots and then add the quote. Add a quote in the
Ah,
reference.
uh, named after. Um, I would like airman if that's a thing. Because it's more generic.
Aviators? Like the name of the, or just aviator, perhaps? Aircraft pilot.
Um,
If you remove the S, perhaps? Aviator.
that's a good point. I don't really want to put just pilot in there because I don't think that's broad enough. Um,
What's pilot a subclass of?
oh, that's a good point. Aircraft pilot is a subclass of profession. Air crew member.
There you go.
Air crew. Or air crew member or air crew. How?
What was the quote in the?
As a tribute to the hardest of pilots and water airmen. Airmen it is then.
Air crew.
Oh, air crew. I'm gonna go with a more generic one.
Yeah.
And then we said yeah, that's nice. Question is this actually, because if you use this you need a license, right? If I go here, am I required to put in a license? I think so.
Not by the constraints.
It doesn't say so. Because a couple of quotes are like they need to be CC0, which makes sense. Even if I don't find the constraint here, I will like consider that to be the case.
Possibly the quote should be in the reference rather than a qualifier. Or yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense also. Um, let's see here. Could I add field of work here? Do we think that's... How is the chat feeling about this? Is that okay way to model it?
And what were you putting as a value? Antarctica?
Exploration, or even if there is something more specific, something more specific. I'm not gonna find something more.
Maybe polar exploration.
There we go. That's a good one. How do we feel about that one? Using field of work like that.
I think that's doable.
I mean, no one is gonna query after this anyway, so I think it makes sense for an editor. Yeah, but you need
Yes.
like the
Yes.
next person who sees this, will they get it?
Yeah.
And I think they will.
There was also an exploration item.
Oh yes, there we go. This is why we do this live. Let's see.
Did the book have an item?
Oh, that's a good question. Geographic names of the Antarctic, second edition. Um,
Type on graphic. PH instead of F.
oh yes, yes, the second
There we go.
edition as well.
There we go.
That's really really nice. And work. Here's the work. Um, let's see.
Stated
Then
in.
it's stated in. And no, that's a new reference. Am I missing a button here? Or
Oh, that's right.
that's right. Um, no, I don't need that if it's a static work. What else do I need here right now? I need a page. Um, that's it. And did it lose me? Let's find it. It's probably in the Wikipedia article, but I think this is faster. There we go. It's page. Oh, it's quite early. Of course it is. It's A. And I think because there is a good item that even had here's the work, we don't need that. We would just be duplicating things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm happy with that. You have all the information you need to find it. Okay. And I do want to finish this one. I did see, I saw all the parts. I'm curious if I can add this. But they do not have Wikipedia articles, so that's not necessarily... Let's see. Is it has part? Yes, it is. Let's see. Glacier in Antarctica. Hopefully there is only one. That's not how you do it. I save it. And then I click plus. Cost mount. Oh, they have a tame here. There we go.
It's like those neighborhoods with streets named after similar things.
Indeed. And I guess I would get warnings here that they should have like the reverse. But I'm not getting that.
No, I don't think you need that.
I don't need it. That's very
No.
nice, actually.
Oh, there's another one.
Shoemaker.
Aeronauts, cosmonauts, and shoemakers. All right.
Okay. If you say so, internet. There we go. And I do want to do a little bit of sanity check here just by opening all of them and zooming out, zooming far out.
Oh, that's...
Oh, that's a terrible map for this, but okay,
Yes.
it should be correct.
I think it is, yes.
We can actually check it the same way. Yes.
Yes.
Just a quick check on the next one. Zooming out, it's continent after all. Yes, it's correct. Zooming out, yes. And finally, the shoemaker one. Yes, it's the correct one. That's nice. Okay, and compared to like 2 weeks ago when I just wandered around item after item, I didn't get to a second item even by using this method of random. Oh, I could be going on here for a while. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. All right. And I think we're looking for another 2 weeks. So that's going to be around the 20th of April then.
Indeed.
But until then, happy editing.
Happy editing.